One thing you don't realize before you have kids is that you'll know way too many kids songs. I'm talking a lot. I used to listen to rock music, but now when someone asks me what type of music I listen to, If You're Happy and You Know It, Twinkle Twinkle, Five Little Ducks, Peekaboo, Incy Wincy Spider, oh, and Johnny Johnny slaps. People, Johnny Johnny Yes Papa is an absolute banger and I won't let anyone tell me otherwise. In today's video, I want to share my experience of being a father. Now, why am I making this video? It may lead you to believe that I'm trying to prove that I'm not a virgin anymore. And I'm trying to stay humble, but there's some truth in that, I did it. At least once. And I have a proof. I kinda realized that I never really get personal in my videos. I have two audiences right now, one from my wrestling channel, one from Great News TV, and I always liked videos when some of my favorite content creators share their personal experiences. So I thought it would be an interesting video. So my kid turned 1 in October and we're pretty young. Both me and my wife are 22 years old. And I'm not necessarily saying that this is the ideal age to have kids. We were just in a very different situation because I've been making money for 8 or 9 years right now on YouTube. I knew my wife since we were kids and we started dating at like 15, 16 years old. At 20 years old we bought a house, so we were in a situation where we felt pretty secure. People put way too much importance into age, not realizing that it mostly depends on in which position you are in your life. And you obviously have to be mentally prepared. And I like the idea of my kid being in his 20s and us being in our very early 40s. I don't want to be 70 watching my kid graduate. And I believe we mentally grew up pretty quickly. Can't say the same about my appearance. Now I know some of you will say that I look 12, but I strongly disagree. It's more like 13 or even 14. So I'm a big boy. Most people say you're gonna be thankful in the future. That's the expectation, but let's be real. In 30 years, I'm gonna look 15 with baggy eyes. And that's pretty much the only problem we face as young parents. Some people don't take us seriously. From time to time, you do notice some looks from strangers. But at the end of the day, I can't really blame them because I live in Lithuania and unfortunately the average salary is really low in Lithuania. So when they do see some young people having kids, I kinda get it. And being a parent definitely changes you. I mean, you have to be at least somewhat responsible in the first place. So that was never really an issue with us. So you do gotta understand that this little person depends on us. And we gotta make it work. You start worrying about every single detail and you always get fascinated when you remember other parents when you were a kid. You're always like, they really did that? And you can already imagine it's pretty fun and fascinating watching your kid learning how to walk, talk, eat. And kids are the best comedians because everything they do is funny. And I'm not saying that it's easy, it's definitely challenging, especially at first. You just bring this little human being home and what am I supposed to do now? So that was kind of worrying at first, but we quickly got used to it and that's mostly because of my wife. Not gonna take the credit right here. So what seemed as going to be the most difficult part actually wasn't. I would say for me the most challenging thing was finding time to work. Since I'm working from home, you definitely want to be with your kid and help. So at first it was really hard to find that balance. Your daily routine drastically changes, so you don't really have that much free time. Stuff like watching TV or playing video games, it takes a lot more effort to find time for that. But you definitely appreciate it way more when you actually do find that time. It takes some time to get used to it, but eventually you just don't imagine it being any different. I'm lucky enough to be working from home, so I can't really complain, and I'm lucky enough that I'm not some vlog channel, so I don't have to shove a camera into my kid's face for YouTube views. But that's a topic for another day. No matter how difficult it can get sometimes, obviously it's not a joke, you wouldn't change it for anything. I don't know how many of you guys are in your 20s or have kids or plan on having kids, but I thought it's just an interesting experience to share. It's basically how my daily life looks right now, so I thought it would be interesting to share. Now, whether you came from my wrestling channel or this channel, which I should definitely upload more to, I want to thank you for your support over the years. It means a lot to me. YouTube always been my dream job, so I'm lucky to be in that position thanks to you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.